Good morning, everyone. It is Julian here with another breakdown for GJ on April 14th. Um, Today on my Instagram channel, I'm actually not going to post the breakdown, like the words on it, because I had two trades fairly quickly, and it would be a little bit hard and kind of crammed to just squeeze it all into one chart. So instead, I'm going to do a full breakdown here on both trades, and hopefully that'll allow you guys to understand it better. So starting with the 4 hour, as you can see, finally we have now been in a downtrend. I remember we were trending up for quite a while. So now we began our descent, and we've kind of been in this range here about, on the 1 hour time frame, kind of been in about 110 pip range. So I'm not saying you can't catch any trades in that range, but definitely we have definitely been in a range. And what let's look at where it was when I came to the chart this morning. So at 6 a.m. once again, was actually, we have this little consolidation range. Sorry, let me just zoom this in for you all here. So we have this little consolidation range between 150.02 and it's only 10 pips and 149.90 around. So what I was looking for was either buys above. So when I came, this candle, of course, was closing above the range. So we're expecting a break or bounce scenario. And I would not take a trade in this little consolidation range here. But I was, like I said, break or bounce. So I was, if it bounced, I would have taken a buy up until 150, about 3.5. And if it broke, I would have waited until it closed below 149.92 to look for sells all the way coming down to 149.61, which eventually happened. We got our 6:15 candle closing there. Then our 6:30 candle closed below that that little garbage no trading range. And then I actually executed a sell. My execution was on the 30-minute time frame, and I executed a sell at 149.839 was my entry. So kind of when it was breaking this low. We'll do that. Stop loss was 149.945, so it was originally above the candle. I think this was, the stop loss was placed on by the 15, so it was above the previous 15-minute candle, and I expected it to tap the bottom of that zone or that range there, the next major support level. And as you can see, we just consolidated from about where I entered, and I actually managed my risk. As price came up, I entered on this candle, and as price broke the low, I entered as it came up and created a once it flipped bullish, actually, because it was bearish for most of the candle. When it flipped bullish, I closed 50%. And then when this next candle broke the high of the previous candle, I closed the rest of my position, which resulted in only losing 70% of what I originally risked. So that's usually more than what I lose when I lose, but definitely better than 100% of my risk. So from here, I was looking at a few different things. So now I was on the 15-minute time frame, and I kind of drew this zone in here. We're consolidating here on the right, and then I was weary of this zone right here. So this looks like it's kind of what we were rejecting. So if we got a close below this, I would have taken the trade it once again, given it a second chance to come down, probably about a 20 pip range. Or once again, my original bias from earlier, or one of my two, I had sells and buys in mind. But if we could get a close above 150.03, I would have taken the buy up. And that is eventually what I did. We got some volume, just remove this there. We got some volume in the market at NYSE Open, which is honestly, it's becoming one of my favorite times to trade now, the NYSE Open, because I find I catch really good moves at that time. But this was this candle was I want to say 5 minutes of the last 15. It was hanging around, or I was hanging around here all the way until the last 5 minutes, and it started to run quickly. And I had a feeling that if I didn't enter, I was going to miss that trade. I didn't think it was going to come back, and I thought the volume at the NYSE Open was just going to push it up. And that's exactly what happened. So I was able to snag an impulse entry right there at 150.88. My stop loss was a little bit big. It was all the way down here, about 15 pips below the candle. I wish I could have caught it a little bit earlier, which would have reduced the stop loss. I was hoping for like 150.05 actually. But as I said, it was running quickly. And my take profit was actually my final was 150.35 or 36. But I actually closed, since I lost about $700 earlier this morning. I was pretty conservative with this trade. I didn't want to end in a losing day. So what happened was price ran up. I took first partials at about 150.23. I took partials, price ran up and I took partials again at like 150.3, and then price dropped and I closed out my full position at about a $1,000 gain. So also to minimize my risk, once I closed partials, I moved my stop loss actually up to the bottom of this candle. So it was in profit. So what I did was I secured $700 originally. It was about 800 I secured so that I wouldn't end in a losing day. And I moved my stop loss into profit below this 15-minute candle, the 9:30 15-minute candle. I moved my stop loss into profit to ensure that no matter what, I would have had a profitable day. I didn't want to have a losing day, which is what happened. And that's also what caused me to close my trade relatively early, because I already had a loss today. I didn't want to hold till full TP and risk it. I was happy with, starting off with a $700 loss and ending in a $350 profit. So I took what the market gave me, and I'll come back and hopefully do it again tomorrow. So hope you all learned something. Appreciate it if you could leave a like and subscribe, and I hope you all have a good day. Thank you very much.